All right, what's up, guys? This is Jake with Forest Strong Fitness.
I'm James from No Calorie Athletic. Today we're going to be walking you guys through how we get a quick and efficient workout done in just about an hour. We're going to hit chest, triceps, back, and biceps.
Right on. Let's get right into it.
I'm always a little hesitant with these machines because sometimes just like getting into that position like wears on my right shoulder a little bit.
Yeah. You ever go neutral or you always go wide grip?
Try to go wide. I usually go wide grip.
Okay. All right. What do you want to start out at?
2 plates.
Okay.
Let's go for 2 plates.
You want to try and go like, what rep range are you looking at, 8 to 10 or?
Yeah, working around 8 to 10 reps.
Okay. One, two. Sweet. All right.
Set.
For your tempo, what do you usually do? You try do how many seconds back?
I don't really count the tempo. I just try to slowly lower it in a controlled way. I won't really do like a count unless it's like in the program. So normally it's just
Right.
slow breath out, inhale at the bottom, and press up.
Gotcha.
But if it helps you, you can count the seconds down. Like
Right.
1, 2, 3, press. 1, 2, 3, press.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see what we got.
2, 3. Yeah, like that.
You like the machines more now? You like the dumbbells or what kind of mode you like?
I'm back in that point where I'm using a good mix of both.
Okay.
Last block was like mostly machines. Now it's probably 50-50 right now.
Okay.
Nice. Can I add another plate?
Yeah, let's do it. You thinking?
Let's actually try close grip. See how this machine feels different.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right.
That squeeze on this one feels good.
Feel like you get more depth when you do that way, or?
I think I get more of a stretch on this one, but it's also just incorporating more triceps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You feel like it's
also feel more of a squeeze at the top using a close grip.
Okay. You feel like it's more difficult or about same? I mean,
it's probably easier.
So.
Okay. Probably easier on close grip. But as the handles come together, closer together at the top, you're squeezing your chest more.
Okay.
So I do like that though.
All right. See what we got.
So you're pushing your butt more forward on this one. Are you doing that on purpose to like turn into a decline, or?
I mean, I'm really trying to activate my chest because I find when I play like this, I'm like flat backed. I'll feel it more in my shoulders. So, I mean, my thinking here is to like isolate the chest like this is what I'm going for.
Okay.
So, I mean, technically, if I maybe drop it down, I can get less of the decline aspect of it. But yeah, I mean, that's just my theory behind it.
Like, valid. It's similar to when you're on a flat bench and you're like arcing your back.
Right.
To take the load off your shoulders.
I mean, do you usually try and protract the shoulders, or you go like flat, or like what do you do?
I always try to pin the scapula back a little bit, even on like machines, just a little bit. Even if it's not the same as a regular bench, I do try to do it a little bit on machines. But I think for me, I try to keep my butt pushed back in the seat though.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe it could have been a little heavy, and I was doing that. I didn't really notice that, but I'll be conscious of it on the next one. All right, let's see. How many sets do you want to go for?
1 more.
All right. Go. 2.
I like the wide grip more.
Okay.
I think I like the wide grip. Get much more of a stretch at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say you got a good stretch with the neutral though?
Different stretches in a slightly different direction. I feel like my triceps are more pressed back.
Okay.
This one I feel like I am definitely hitting more of my outer chest versus the inner grip. As you come together, it's more inner chest.
Okay.
For
Got
neutral grip, I mean.
Do you ever use wrist straps on these, or just like on dumbbells, or if at all?
I never thought about it. No, I don't use wrist wraps on these.
Okay.
It probably would help, but no, I usually use them on the just the dumbbells and the barbell.
Okay. Yeah, usually
I don't know why it just never occurred to me to put them on here as well.
Yeah, definitely could probably lift a little bit more. Okay. I'll try to keep my butt down a little bit more. Just still keep the chest out though.
Nice.
So,
How'd that feel with like your feet planted?
with my feet planted,
Yeah, how'd that feel?
good. I mean, you want the leg drive, right? So, I mean, that's what I try to do. But, yeah, that was definitely probably a good weight for you, not so good for me, just because, like, obviously you want to hit that rep range at the bottom of the rep range, 6 to 8, if that's what we're going for. So, I mean, just like, for example, this would be an instance where I would have to go down, but James could stay at that weight.
Yeah. How many did you get?
5.
5.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's still some benefit to it, but it's not, if it's 6 to 8, you want to definitely try and get that 6 and drop the ego a little bit and then hit that.
That's a fair point. If I'm going for 6 to 8 and I fall in like the 5 rep range, I'll still, if I fall at 5, fail at 5, I'll still count that. What I'll do is I'll take a 15-second rest, then try to do 1 to 2 more.
Okay.
Put myself
At
in
the
that
same exact weight?
At the same weight.
Okay.
It's a little bit more of an advanced technique, like rest pause sets. But if I'm coming that close to a set or coming that close to the target rep range, yeah, I'll still try to crank out just like 1 more with like a 15-second rest or something, and I'll still count that. I think that's also another way to reach failure twice, even.
Okay.
So, still valid.
Yeah. Cool.
But I think in general, yeah, you're probably right. You can drop the ego if you're consistently failing.
Yeah, like if it's like every single working set is like that, obviously,
yeah,
you got to go down.
Yeah.
Like,
you're consistently falling short of your rep range, you should definitely drop the weight.
Yeah. Grip do you usually do?
I always make sure I do regular shoulder width, and then I try to mix in like neutral, maybe 1 set of chins.
Okay. All right. You ever reuse wrist straps on this or not?
No. If I'm doing pull-ups, most I'll use is chalk.
Okay.
And I think that's better to train your grip with anyway.
Right.
You could use them, but it's just never something I've done.
Okay. Just curious.
What do you want to start with?
I don't usually do these. What do you usually do?
What's that?
I mean, it's all relative, but like, what do you usually do?
Let's start with 10. Let's see.
Oh yeah, so 25.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 5 sets of this.
5 sets?
You said 5 sets or no?
5 reps.
5 reps.
4 sets of 5 reps.
4 sets of 5 reps. All right.
We can do 5 by 5.
I don't want to do no. I'll pass on that one. Okay, that sounds doable.
Yeah, because we're going heavier on these, I tend to just, or because we're going low reps on these, I tend to just go on the heavier side. Well, relatively heavy.
Yeah. So you stay the same weight, or usually you go up from there?
I'm going to stay the same weight today, just because I've just re-added these to the program, so I'm not trying to keep adding each set.
All right.
But it's up to you. I mean, still follow the same rules of does it fall within your rep range? So the big thing to do here is you want to come all the way to a dead hang at the bottom.
Okay.
And then pull back up and get your chin over the bar.
Okay. You usually go false grip, or you go over, under? You have your thumbs wrapped or not?
I do a false grip.
Okay. Try that.
Nice. 2. Nice.
Yeah, those are good. Do you prefer these over like a cable movement, like lat pull down? I mean, obviously they're two different things, but just any favorite?
I favor pull-ups. Like I used to do them. I used to do pull-ups pretty much religiously, but weighted pull-ups came out of my program for a little bit, and now I've just been adding them back in. But if I had to choose between pull-ups or a lat pull down, I'm usually gonna pick pull-ups.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot more variation you can get out of them.
Yeah.
I just went to the park the other day and was doing pull-ups. You can do regular grip, alternating grip, close grip. You can lean back further and get more emphasis on your like different parts of your lats depending on like what position your back is in.
Right.
So I prefer pull-ups. I choose if I had the choice, I'd go for pull-ups over lat pull down. Yeah.
See it. One. You go the neutral one.
I mean, it's kind of neutral. It's almost closer to a chin up, but yeah, I'm using these two.
Ones? Okay.
Yeah.
Ones. Okay. And is that easier? Is that more difficult or easier?
That one is probably a little bit easier because it
set,
incorporates
right,
your biceps a little bit more.
Okay.
So you can recruit your biceps some more on that one, but
Gotcha.
I don't know about easier per se, but
Right. What's your usual rest time? Like, do you superset stuff or just go like one exercise?
I superset.
Okay.
I will after compounds, like after I do like if I have a bench or something, I'll do that first by itself, and then I'll superset as many accessories as I can. I think it just saves on time in the gym.
Right.
And it's another way to add some more intensity. But
Right.
rest times for accessories, I try to keep it no more than 2 minutes.
Okay.
I think when you have a partner, it's like the time they spend, kind of like you're doing, getting set up, then doing your set, then taking everything apart. That's probably a good amount of rest time right there.
Yeah.
So when you're only have 2 people, the time they spend working is the rest.
Right. Okay. Let's see what this is.
Everything's pretty much the same here. It's like complete dead hang and then explode up.
What's the reason behind the dead hang and then exploding up?
The benefit of the dead hang is you want to get that full range of motion. So you want to get yourself completely stretched out.
Okay.
And as far as exploding up, that's just my cue for any sort of for most movements.
Okay.
Like I want to use controlled tempo down, and then I want to actually put as much explosive power into it going up. Especially, that's what I think about when I'm on bench or squats. Sometimes I'll do tempo stuff, like okay, I want to go slow on the way up, but it's not as often.
Yeah. So when the muscle shortens, the concentric, you would never go like, or would you? Would you ever go like slow up, slow down, or is it usually just quick and then the centric's always slower?
Usually keep the eccentric slow, and then the concentric portion I usually go through a lot faster. There are going to be times where you want to focus on that portion too, like adding some tempo there, but most of the time it's not something I don't put too much on that side of tempo. I don't know. You?
Okay. No, I always go quicker on 1 second explosive. I don't.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like, do I ever like slow down on that portion?
No.
Very
I don't
rare.
think there's much muscle growth benefit to it, so that's why I don't do it.
Yeah, and in powerlifting especially, it's like,
I mean, that's what I do, right?
I don't see the benefit of training the press or training a squat in the concentric portion slowly. I don't really see a lot of benefit to that.
Mm. All right, so we have 2 more sets.
Pauses, yes.
Yeah, so on these,
slow eccentric, then pauses.
Are we pausing here on? Oh, wait, no.
Not here, but
okay.
For something like bench press or squats, even deadlifts, you can do like pause in different positions. But okay, for example, you can do like 3 seconds down on a squat, pause at the bottom, then press up.
Right.
But I wouldn't see wouldn't see as much benefit from like going down, then slowly raising myself up.
Right.
It's just not the way I train. I'm sure you can get some use mileage out of that, but it's just not the way I train.
I mean, it really just depends. The time under tension is like, is it too much time under tension or is it not? That's the question. So,
if you can recover from it, it's probably not too much.
Right. Yeah, I guess it depends on the reps. All right. Round 3.
Yeah, round 3. Let's try something a little different.
All right. Narrow grip. 1, 2.
I feel like that one's a lot harder to do than it used to be.
Okay.
It's like the wider your shoulders get, the harder it is to do the close grip.
Do you feel that more in the biceps, forearms, any part in the back?
I feel that one in my biceps and lower lats.
Okay.
Is that 3?
That was 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think we got one more each.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I think you went first, right?
So one cue for this one is to lean back slightly.
Okay.
Almost like you're going to do a scapula pull-up first, and then pull up. Yeah. Chin up. Oh. There you go. Nice.
Yeah, definitely more difficult. Ugh.
Now, in that case, if I were struggling to get that last rep, I would just pull and hold as long as I can, then lower myself down.
Okay. Slowly down, right?
Yeah.
Always slow.
So you had like a very quick jerky motion to get your chin up, which isn't bad because you finished the rep, but just in the interest of eliminating like jerkiness on your joints,
right?
Especially considering you're doing this underweight, I would just pull up slowly and just hold whatever the highest position you can get. Just get there and hold it for like 2 or 3 seconds, then lower yourself down. I probably should have said that first, but
yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Last one of these.
I think we'll close out with just regular grip again.
Okay. Like the first one we did?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2. What do you usually have before your workout, like food-wise?
You know what I go for is Rice Krispie treats.
Okay. Is the sugar just that helps you?
A little bit of sugar, a little bit of carbs.
Okay.
That way I'm not working out on a completely empty stomach.
Right.
If I'm going for a heavier day, I'll try to eat something with, try to have at least a couple meals beforehand.
Okay.
Well, my go-to would be something with eggs, like eggs and rice or ground beef and some rice. And I'll try to have that about an hour and a half beforehand. But like something like today, I think I just had water and Rice Krispie treats today.
Okay. So you usually work out in the morning or afternoon?
Right now, it's mostly in the afternoon, actually.
Okay.
Today was just, since we're meeting up, decided to come.
Right.
Doing things earlier, so.
Gotcha. All right. All right, last set.
That looks like 30.
Okay. All right, that works. Okay, let's just warm up, I guess. I guess is your set still good or?
I'm good.
All right, what do you usually 6 to 8 reps? Like
6 to 8. If we're keeping it 6 to 8, I'm gonna go heavier. So let's try 3 sets.
Yeah, for 3 sets. Like, do you usually start heavier, then go lighter, or do you try and stay the same weight or go up?
Try to stay the same weight.
Okay.
If it feels too light, I'll go up. If it feels too heavy, I'll just drop down like 5 or 10. But I try to keep the same weight through all sets. So the first set is kind of a trial set.
Okay. All right, what are you thinking? 6 to 8 reps?
I'm gonna try 80s.
All right.
For 80s.
Okay.
So it'll be up. Pause. Up.
Nice.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
So like, do you work like with how many reps in reserve? How close are you getting?
Two.
Two?
2 reps in reserve.
Okay.
If it's a machine, I might just go all the way to like nothing left in a tank.
Okay.
But normally on any sort of like dumbbell work, I try to do up to like 1 to 2 in tank left.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try and hit at least 6. If not, obviously we'll go down. But I think I should be able to hit.
You got 6 at least.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, obviously, that was more of a failure for me. Oh. Let's, how you feeling? You want to stay here or go up? I mean, I'll stay here, but you could definitely.
I'm gonna go up.
All right. All right. You want me to spot you or you good?
I'll be good. I'll be good.
All right.
I am not a fan of spots when it comes to dumbbell pressing.
For what reason?
I would rather fail a rep and just have to drop to the side than struggle through it and have someone pushing up my elbows or pushing up my wrists. And then I just had a bad experience once.
Okay.
Someone came in to spot me and I was stuck here and they like went for the bottom of my elbow and it tipped the weight inward rather than
He was spotting your elbow or your wrist?
from the elbow.
Yeah.
That's why I just prefer no help on any sort of dumbbell pressing.
Yeah.
Some people like the wrist. Some people do like wrist wraps, and then you're like, oh, just pull up by the wrist wraps. I just prefer no help.
Yeah. No, like definitely if you spot at the elbows, 100% that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I always do wrists if I do. But
It's probably safer to do it that way, but in all honesty, if I'm thinking safety, I just want to be free to drop the weights down to the side.
so I mean, the question here is that let's say you have like 2 left, or like you're about to get to that second one, rep in reserve.
Mm-hmm.
That last push, you feel like you'd always do it on your own.
I would rather do it on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Like, do you see any benefit of someone like helping you through that last rep? Or
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's just like a personal preference?
It's a personal thing on this exercise in particular.
Okay.
Flat dumbbell bench, incline dumbbell bench, shoulder press as well.
Okay.
It's just my personal preference. I'd rather not have help on these.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes I'll be working out on a machine and I'll have a friend like give me like assistance on like very last reps.
Okay.
Or we'll do force negatives or something. But I just prefer not to do it on dumbbell bench.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. See you. All right. Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Take them for a ride.
I might be able to get maybe one, but what's your macros right now?
2,300 calories, 200 to 250 grams of protein a day.
Okay.
Not really tracking carbs, not tracking fats. Just shooting for those calories and then protein.
Okay. So you're in a deficit, or
I'm closer to maintenance right now.
that's maintenance?
Closer to maintenance. I think I might still be in a slight deficit.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go at least 6 right here.
There you go. In the pocket and then out. Push. Push.
Oh.
Nice. One more. Up, 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 up. No. There you go.
All right. Oh. Oof.
So I see what you mean. You're doing a little bit of this motion when it gets heavier, and then you're loading your shoulders up.
Right. I think that's what I just do. The lift, like when I start failing,
Okay.
when it starts getting heavier, fatigue for me. I think that's what I just do. And like obviously, I know like that's not good for the shoulders. So
a little bit of flare is fine, but yeah, you don't want to come out the groove and like come off the track that you're on. And I think that's why this side was struggling a little bit more.
right.
It's like this one was winging, coming out like this, and this one was going a little more straight up.
Could also be a slight muscle imbalance too. Left could be a little bit weaker than the right, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's always a possibility. And then dumbbells, of course, are going to fix that imbalance. But I think just make sure you keep your scapula retracted.
Yeah.
And then trying to keep that, whatever that angle is that you're using when you're down at the bottom, try to keep that all the way throughout. And if it's just too heavy, it's just too heavy. Like then you can have someone spot you. But you want to try to avoid like winging your shoulders as you do this one.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Woo.
All right.
And a deadlift to get these up is harder than the actual press up.
No, yeah, definitely awkward.
All right, that was definitely my last set there.
Yeah. So before this, you had Rice Krispies, you said, or what was it?
Coffee and Rice Krispies.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have a full, proper lunch once this is all over.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I just feel really good training on almost empty stomach.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of carbs in there for energy, but I feel good training on empty stomach lately.
Gotcha. All right.
Nice. Down. Straight up. That's better. Right side.
Yeah. So
Or left side.
Yeah. So what I feel like right there is that I could have finished it, but it would have been sloppy. So it's like picking like, do I finish it out with sloppy form, or I just like, it's like what benefit would that have? You know, like that, like
I tend to agree. I think you probably don't want to get too like a little bit of imbalance when you're finishing. It's fine, but you don't want to get too sloppy with it. This would be a good time to like rest up real quick and then take one or two more.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I get to that point, what I'll do is I'll stop, just like you did, count to 20, sit back down, compose myself, and then try to do at least whatever gets me into that rep range.
Okay.
So in your case, that would just be what, 1 or 2?
2.
2? Did you do 4? I think you did 5.
5, I think.
All right.
So that'd be 1, 2, 3. If I was going to 8, right?
Yeah.
5, 6. Yeah. All right. All right.
Take it for at least 2 more.
All right.
Stay tight. Stay tight. 1 more. Come to failure again. 1 more. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how you get a good set done.
Okay. You think that's more benefit than going down in weight and actually finishing out the 6?
I think this would be more benefit if that was your very first set and you were struggling to even get within that rep range. Sure, I think it's better to come down drop the weight down a little bit and then do all your reps at that weight. But on the very last set, I think that's completely fine.
Gotcha. Is it something you normally do? You go the unilateral or the bilateral, or is it just something you're doing just because?
Just because.
Okay.
I wanted to see what you thought about the grip.
All right.
or the cuff this time.
Let me see what this is like.
Normally I try to pick one grip and then just stick with it.
Gotcha.
So the big one for this one is to get your elbows, kind of like your forearms, to touch your biceps.
Okay.
So when you get full,
All right. So elbows by your side, right? Like this.
Yeah.
And then you control it. Get
Control
it
it
to like
up.
right here.
Yep.
And then push down. All right.
Like to close this distance gap as much as you can.
Right there. What's
Now
keeping your
press.
elbows by your side? Right.
Yep.
You don't want
keep
to
your
move
by
the
your side.
elbows.
Yeah, you don't want them to go forward and back, but and that should be tight almost 100% of the time.
Yep. Keep the tension on it. Oh, okay. That's it right there. Whew. Yeah.
400. I'm breaking 400 this year.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'm benching 400 this year. So
Okay.
I am hammering triceps, chest and triceps as much as I can every week.
What's your previous?
385 is my
Okay.
best bench. 375 in competition, 385 in the gym.
Okay.
But 405 I'm hitting before the end of the year.
Gotcha. So is this something you would normally superset? You would do like buys, tries, or you just always go tries?
I would superset these.
Okay.
I would superset triceps, lateral raises, shoulder press lateral raises.
I mean,
this would be a good one to superset because it's literally the opposite.
Right.
With the antagonist muscle group, so you're hitting your
Right.
triceps and you're hitting the front of your arms with the biceps. And each time you're switching, you're giving the opposite muscle group a chance to rest. So I would do tries and buys. Shoulders, if you're pressing, you're still incorporating your triceps, so I probably wouldn't superset those.
Yeah.
But
or like, okay, it's like a lateral raise to like one of
raise
this.
is a good one.
That
This
would
and
be
a lateral
better.
raise would
But
be
like
good.
me and some other clients were like, we have weaker shoulders, so like I would feel my shoulders a lot even with the lateral raise on this, just because it was just activated, and even with like a minute rest, I'm still feeling it on my shoulder. So, you know, you definitely just want to isolate what you're doing. Okay. All right, you're doing what, 8 to 10 or?
8 to 10, yeah. Actually, I think I was on 10 to 12, but the last one I did 10, so.
Another meal.
I think I'm ready to move on to biceps after that one.
All right, you want to do, okay, I'll do one more of these and then biceps.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on to biceps.
Okay, all right, I'll do one more, and we'll hit biceps and we're good. You have a preference, cable one versus just a regular barbell or straight bar?
I want to see how this one feels first, and then.
All right.
I want to do this one. Yeah. Probably would leave a little bit of flexion in the crease of the elbow.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
See what feels more comfortable for you.
All right.
I'll just keep it there. Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll go here because I'll feel it too much in the middle. Like I'll feel it here as opposed to the biceps. So I do try and not do that full thing. But like right now, because I got that good pump, I don't have to really worry about that.
Yeah, like I said, this machine feels pretty
because you got that
safe.
You got the constant tension from the cable.
Yeah.
Which is why this one's kind of better, I would say, in my opinion, than a regular one.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I did 10 on that one.
Do you usually have like a reps in reserve kind of a thing with your biceps, triceps, the single joint movements, or?
I'm gonna be honest, not unless it's programmed.
Gotcha. So what are you doing? You're going more to failure here, or?
I'm getting pretty close to failure.
Okay.
Maybe there's one in the tank. If I really push myself, I might be able to get to, but a lot of these accessories I take just to the point where I don't feel like I could really get another good one.
Okay. Yeah, because these preachers are good. It really isolates your bicep. You can't use your body to pull up this weight. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this setup. We have a similar machine, but it's plate loaded, but it doesn't feel as good as this one.
Yeah.
At the normal
Well, I think
gym.
this is the cable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do one more here.
Okay.
Are you keeping reps in reserve?
I had like 1 or 0. All right.
I think I'm good on that one now.
Cool. I'll hit it one more and then we're good.